On BeeTv Major News tonight, coming to you live from Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And now the news headlines. Oba of Benin, Ewa II, holds procession for late mother as part of the 14 days burial ceremony.
Draw awareness to this fact that despite the fact that the mother died many years ago, she deserved to be celebrated.
Edo State Migration Agency embarks on raid, apprehends 19 commercial sex workers in Benin.
Open and very simple. Wait, come, you come out first. Leave that one. You come and follow Oga.
Pick her and keep her in the bus. Okay. Say that to the shelter, please. Okay.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Hey, arrest her, please. Arrest her, please.
Edo is no longer a safe place for this kind of job.
Today, when we start, we have arrested over 8 people.
Edo State House of Assembly condemns killings of Edo citizens, urged security agencies to rise up to its responsibility.
There was a gruesome murder in my constituency where 4 men murdered 2 gentlemen, Mr. Christopher. I don't know how to invite for freedom, beginning innocent people. Cowards they ask, and cowards we must invade them. Because if you are not a coward, you are fighting for freedom. You should fight a label that are oppressing you. So I appeal to the security body to please help.
Also on the headlines, security agencies in Edo State holds joint road patrol, wants criminal elements to desist from crime.
Of fighting all these isolated cases of kidnapping and violent crimes in Edo State.
A very good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6. Coming to you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Gift Uwagoy. And now to the news in details. As part of activities lined up for the funeral rites of Iyoba Omonikwoyeme, the mother of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Ukuakpolokpolo Oba Ewa II, continued with a procession and some special rites. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe, who captured the event, reports that the monarch was joined by members of Benin royal family, palace chiefs, notable figures, and illustrious sons and daughters of Edo State in the activity. The report is presented by Best Orator.
From the residence of the Queen Mother, Egwayo Banuselu by 5 Junction down to the Palace of the Oba of Benin was agog with activities held in honor of the late mother of the Oba as different groups trooped into the Palace of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Ukuakpolokpolo Ewa II, CFR Oba of Benin, singing and dancing as part of the funeral activities of the late Queen Mother. This followed a procession march by the Oba, who was accompanied by palace chiefs, priests and priestesses, various traditional groups who marched through various streets down to the Oba Market area, and the Oba was chaired by hundreds of residents. As the leader of the kingdom, the Oba of Benin is responsible for ensuring that the burial rites are performed according to the traditional customs and protocols. The Oba of Benin made a stopover at the Motan statue opposite the Oba Market to perform some rites before heading back to the palace. an interview with BeeTv News, some Edo people said it was right for them to join the monarch in honoring the late Queen Mother, the Iyoba Omonikwoyeme, who they said was a pride to the Beninese.
I'm sure it will happen once in your lifetime. It accumulates in the funeral rites for the Iyoba Ewere, the Queen's mother, the King's mother. And you can see, for the very first time, after ascending the throne, the Oba had to go in the procession to Emotan to pay homage and in accordance with the tradition for the funeral rites. It's one thing to be an Oba. It's another thing to have the privilege and opportunity to be able to perform this very rite. So it's not a well or sympathy. We're actually rejoicing and celebrating.
Today is a wonderful day in the history of Benin. You know our Oba Monoba Nedokwa Polo Oba Ewari II is a great Oba. It's a great king. I can use the word celebration of life of our mother, who passed on close to 50 years ago. So the activities lined up for the funeral rite of the late mother, and today's especially the Sotonde, where we'll be marching from here to Awemota, from here to Uselu. We are all ready. We are ready to go and ready to do the needful today. Thank you for joining us.
Today, the Edo people, the Benin people are reminded of that great woman who lived and gave us a king. So, these funerals obsequies is not just to mark the tradition of a funeral ceremony, but to pay tribute to this woman who God has used to give the Benin a king, and to remind the Edos that there once lived an Iyoba who cannot be forgotten. And the king has decided to draw awareness to this fact, that despite the fact that the mother died many years ago, she deserved to be celebrated, and all the rights and privileges that are appertain to the Iyoba in Benin Kingdom will be bestowed on her, and the traditions will be celebrated posthumously.
Today is a great day for the Benin. If you watch what happened today, so many Benin people, they have never experienced it before. As you can see, we all the Benin, we all are happy. Based on the festival and everything we do. We follow tradition. Yeah, this is the real tradition. As you can see, the whole Benin, they are happy. We, the royal family, we are also happy. Because this thing, it does not happen every time. It's once. So we give glory to all the ancestors in the palace.
This significant event is notable because it's happening 49 years after she died. According to the Benin customs and tradition, the funeral rites cannot hold until the correct Oba, who was then the Edaiken, the crown prince of the kingdom, was crowned. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Commercial activities at the popular Uselu market on Tuesday was at its lowest ebb as the traders closed down their shops in honor of the late mother to the Oba of Benin, Oba Ewari II, Queen Omonikwoyeme, whose burial ceremony commenced last week, Saturday. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukoro, who spoke with some residents around Uselu market area, reports that the late mother of the Oba was one of the pioneer traders of Uselu market, hence it was closed in her honor. The report.
We are live here at Uselu Market, and as you can see, it is currently shut down. This is due to the funeral rite of the Oba of Benin's mother. This is to honor her memory, as she's one of the pioneers of Uselu Market.
The popular Uselu market was completely shut down on Tuesday as no business activity was going on when BeeTv News crew arrived. Commercial activities was put on hold not because the traders were protesting, but it was to honor the late mother of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonobanedo Ewari II, who died 49 years ago. Some respondents stated that the late Queen Mother was one of the pioneers traders at the Uselu market, so closing down the market was done to honor her.
The Oba Mama, now people start the market, as if they want to repair the market, they lock the market.
The Uselu market is not open today because the king market, because of Oba mother that died. That's why they did not open.
The ceremony of late Madam Oba, think or something, in fact, a mother.
Pelumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
Meanwhile, the Edo State Migration Agency has conducted a raid patrol where they apprehended sex workers who are constituting nuisance on the streets in Benin City. The raiding took place along Iyama Road, Boundary and Akiobari axis, had several hotels that harbor sex workers, of which 19 of them were apprehended. BeeTv News senior reporter Best Storito has the report.
Oh, yeah, come on before Tiana. 1, 2, go.
That was the situation on Tuesday night as the camera lens of BeeTv News captured officials of the Edo State Migration Agency apprehending some sex workers on the streets as part of efforts to clear the streets of such illegal activities in Edo State. The raiding started from Ihama Road down to Boundary Road and Akiobari Axis, all in GRA Benin City, where some sex workers made efforts to escape but were eventually apprehended. Working hand in hand together with the Edo State Migration Agency in the raid were members of the Edo State Public Response Safety Team led by the coordinator, Mr. Kelly Okungbawa, also known as Stone, who were also on the lookout for drug dealers to apprehend.
Money. See the money we don't sell. You see money we don't sell today.
This is about food just now. What about food just now? You get quiet. Don't they call J-boy? My boyfriend. What food? My boyfriend.
You see drugs.
This is not about. Maybe other suspects. Mama, see, I'm even sick.
Can you keep quiet? Must you talk?
Where are you from? From Auchi. Where? Where are you from? Which one? Search this one too. Search him. Where are you from?
We don't sort out.
Eh? No, too safe.
Okay with them.
Search her.
Some protests were also invaded where 19 sex workers were apprehended despite the attempt to hide under the bed to avoid being arrested.
See somebody.
See, I see person start.
Record.
Come out quick.
Don't come out by yourself. Wait. Come on.
Allow media shine.
See one here too.
Media. Yes. Go ahead. What are you doing outside? For job?
No, I just came out.
From where?
I went somewhere.
Where do you live? New Benin. Thank you very much. What are you here? New thing, right? Where are you from? You're from where? She's under arrest.
Speaking with BeeTv News, Director General, Edo State Migration Agency, Chief Lucky Agazuma, and Coordinator, Edo State Public Response Team, Mr. Kelly Okungbawa, stated that this was not business as usual in Edo State as they are committed in eradicating every illegal activities relating to prostitution, illegal migration, and others in Edo State.
We are outside this night. We are at Ihama. We all understand that in Ihama it's not going on well. Where you see people even harassing everybody that is passing here to buy drug. Why? The prostitutes are here also constituting nuisance. So as the DG Migration Agency, it's time to call it a stop. It's time to call it a quit. And henceforth, we don't want to see anybody, not just here in the state, because we started a few weeks ago when we started this canvassing and reaching out to people. They thought we were joking. But today, we are here to execute all we have planned. We have advocated many times, asking them to leave the street. Today, we are here to actually start what we've been advocating by telling them to leave the street, because Edo is no longer a safe place for this kind of job.
Today, when we start, we have arrested over 8 people. I don't know if you understand. And we take them before the court. And before we start this exercise, we don't come talk to them here. We don't approach them severally, say, it cannot be business as usual. Yes. And they thought we were joking. So that is why this morning we come. As we come, they understand, say people come. So I want to use this video again to appeal to our brothers and sisters who are doing business in this particular place, that they should find elsewhere. Yes. The other state they can go. Yes. But for those states, we say no to it. Because we want the best for our youth. Our governor, Meanwhile, for Edo people,
APC leader in Ikubaha, Honorable Osarbo Idahosa, and respondents who witnessed the raid commended Edo State Migration Agency and members of the Edo State Public Response Team for their good work and encouraged them to do more.
Bakumiza government, Edo must move forward. We are saying no, say no to drugs. We are going to try and eradicate all the drug dealers in Edo State. By the grace of God, with our capacity leader, Ebo Stone, we are going to give him all the necessary support for him to succeed. We are here to support him in all ratification. We are here to say no to drugs. Edo State is going to be a state of drug-free.
I was driving through Ihama, and I thought they were fighting at first, only to see that I think it's a joint task force team trying to sanitate. Those are shower and drug dealers. I'm like, very good. I was even making a video, very good, pack them, and then I saw my people. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed. It's nice. Do you understand? They are constituting nuisance. Different type of crimes originate from drugs and this so-called prostitution. So let them pack all of them. Let them not pity anybody. In fact, you that is innocent, that is walking around the Hama in the night, guide yourself and they don't carry you through.
The Edo State Migration Agency has promised to continue to eradicate all illegal activities going on in the state, particularly as it relates to illegal migration and prostitution. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Security agencies in Edo State have held a joint road patrol in Benin City, the state's capital, to rekindle their readiness to address any existential security threat in the state and provide robust security for citizens. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the road patrol tag Operation Rescue was a joint effort of men of the Nigerian Police Force, the Army, the Civil Defense, and the DSS. The report.
The joint road patrol by the various security agencies began from the State Police Command Headquarters as the team drove through some major roads such as the Obavorami Square, Wire Road, Upper Mission Road, 5 Junction down to Ugbo Lagos Road, amongst others. The exercise was to show readiness and reassure members of the public that the security agencies are able and ready to effectively respond to any security threat within the length and breadth of the state. It was also an avenue to warn criminal elements in the state to retrace their step or leave the state. Addressing newsmen, Edo State Police Public Relations Officer CSP Joel Moses Yamu said the road show was to assure residents of the state that the police and other sister security agencies are equal to the task and that Edo people can go about their lawful daily activities without fear. He added that the new vehicles donated by Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo has enhanced the operations of the security agencies to efficiently discharge their duties.
I've decided to earmark for the purpose of fighting all these isolated cases of kidnapping and violent crimes in Edo State. We want to ensure that, assure the general public that with these vehicles that have been given to us by the state government to support security operations, a more robust synergy will be seen and will be administered, and the people of Edo State will have to sleep with their 2 eyes closed. They can go about their normal activities, so that people in the interior villages can also go back to their farms as the rainy season is approaching. We want to assure the general public that we have them in mind and we will ensure that the security and safety of lives and property is paramount in the state. And all we urge the general public is to get information to support the security agencies with relevant and useful information that will help us to nip this crisis, to nip such crimes at the bud, so that we will now be more proactive in the discharge of our duties.
The police also used the medium to appeal to residents in the state to provide valid and useful information to the police to effectively fight crime and criminality in the state. Freeman Usawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The member representing Ego and Ikpo Bawaka Federal Constituency, Honorable Murphy Omori, has once again demonstrated his unwavering commitment to education and community development to pupils. He did this through the donation of school desks and chairs, including books and office equipment to Amego and Ugbo primary schools in Benin City. BeeTv News Best Storyteller has details.
We thank Honorable Murphy Osaro for bringing us this chair and book. May God bless him and grant him his heart desire. Amen.
Education, they say, is the foundation of a brighter future, and the member representing a Igbo Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Murphy Osaro Moyi, is aware of this. In furtherance of his belief and passion for education of Ego and Ikpoboka Federal Constituency child, he donated a set of chairs and desks, including writing materials, to Ugbowo and Amego primary schools. This to him is a way of investing in the next generation, as he believes firmly that when pupils and students have the right facilities, they learn better, stay motivated, and develop the confidence needed to succeed. The donations of the chairs and desks has brought positive change to the lives of his constituents, as the pupils of Amego and Ugbowo primary schools who received the chairs, desks, and notebooks were full of kind words and prayers for Honorable Murphy Osaro Moyi.
I'm here to thank Honorable Murphy Osaro for the share that you have brought for us, and the table and the books. We appreciate him very much. We thank him, and we are very happy. Before we did not have share, now you have brought share for us. We have. I thank him so much that God will bless him for everything I have done in our lives. I can see that our HM is beautiful on the share that he brought for her, the office chair and table. I thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for the tables and the chairs. We really appreciate Honorable Murphy Osaro for the chairs that you have brought for us, and for the tables too, and the books that you have brought for us, and the chairs and table for our HM. I want to thank you and appreciate you for everything that you have done. I'm here to thank Honorable Murphy Osaro for bringing the chairs and the books for us. So we are very happy. The chairs that he brought for our HM, when she sat down on the chair, she was looking very beautiful on it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you very much. Our school name is Amego Primary School Uwelu. Honorable Murphy, we thank you for bringing us these chairs and books. May God bless you and give you more knowledge and wisdom to do more. Amen.
For the teachers who received office equipment, Honorable Murphy Osaro Moyi is an exceptional lawmaker whose vision is to build and impart the next generation. They said the people of Ego and Ikpoboka Federal Constituency made the right choice in the February 2023 general election that saw the emergence of Honorable Murphy Osaro Moyi as the member representing Ego and Ikpoboka Federal Constituency at the Great Chambers of the National Assembly.
Sir, we are very grateful. Myself, all the teachers and the people of our Ugbo Primary School, we are very grateful for your gift to us. Sir, we pray for you that God should bless you. So we are very grateful. We say thank you and God bless you in the name of Jesus.
In fact, when I saw all the chairs that was brought to us by the Honorable, I was so happy. In fact, this is the first of its kind. So I really want to appreciate you. My Honorable Murphy Osaro, God will bless you. I appreciate even the chair you brought to me. When I sat on this chair, I was looking like a commissioner for education. I was so proud. I am happy. Even look at the books you brought for the children. Most of these children, their parents have no money. In fact, with this book, they were so happy. They were praising you. They were blessing you. I know God will bless you.
I am very happy, so happy to see that a member representing Ikpoboka and Ego constituency, what he has done. The hand that lifts him up will never bring him down.
Honorable Murphy Osaro Moriji, for this kind of gestures, he done on our pupils. We thank him. We appreciate his effort.
He has done a great thing for us. I want to say thank you to him for donating chairs and desks and books to the school. And our prayer today is that God should give him more long life, good health and sound mind, so he will be able to do more.
Teachers in Ugbo Primary School say thank you to Honorable Murphy. We love you.
I really appreciate him for the chairs and the table he brought for the children, and also for our HM. Really appreciate him for this great work he has done. God Almighty will bless him and his family.
We are stretching out our profound gratitude to the Honorable Murphy Osaro Mori for providing a conducive learning environment for the future of the nation, and we greatly respect his commitments towards shaping the future of our nation, Nigeria, by supplying chairs and tables for the children and a conducive environment for learning. And also, we pray that he does more in time to come.
For the benefited schools, they will no doubt continue to celebrate the remarkable efforts of Honorable Murphy Osaro Omoyi in facilitating the items to their schools. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Director General, Edo State Electrification Agency, Mr. Saturday Egbadon, has stated that the vision of the agency and the Edo State government is to make sure that every Edo citizen and community have a steady power supply by 2030. Mr. Saturday Egbadon disclosed this in an exclusive interview with BeeTv News Pelumi Mukoro.
Nigerians across the country, including Edo State, have been putting up with constant and uninterrupted power supply, with some having low shading of light and others experiencing a total blackout. However, there are indications that Edo State government is working modalities to address the challenge of electricity supply. Speaking in an exclusive interview with BeeTv News, the Director General, Edo State Electrification Agency, Mr. Saturday Egbado, listed the objectives of the agency to address the issue of electricity. He said the agency is working round the clock to make sure that every house has power supply, electricity metering, and also noted that there is a website where Edo people can log in to get their electric meters in 10 days.
Practically, we are a regulatory agency to help the government to see that their visions, the vision of the state government is carried out. And our vision is to see that every Edo community are connected to electricity. Edo State mass metering program. What does that mean? It's a place, it's a situation where you apply for a meter under 10 days. Under 10 days you get it. What do you need to do? You just, at the comfort of your house, you just apply through this website, www.edommp.org.ng. You just open, you register, fill your information, your house address, then the type of meter, 1 phase, 2 phase, 3 phase. Then you register. You pay, they will generate a code there. You just pay. One phase is about 128,000, while the other one is about 400,000. But by the time you open every information you need there will be answered there. Under 10 days, you will get it. So that is, we want to see that, we want to make sure that every house in Edo gets their meter.
Mr. Saturday Egbadon also listed some communities they are working on to provide electricity and mentioned that by 2030, every citizen in Edo State and communities will be provided with constant electricity either through supply from the national grid or through solar.
Well, the light issue is open to everyone to see. There's no light. But what we are able to do, we notice that because no light is really affecting the rural-urban migration. So what we are able to see is we came in this since January. We are able to harness some villages. For example, there are some villages in Eastern Central that have been out for almost 50 years. Bori, to Ubaro, to Atwabu, to Ekilo. So the governor has graciously approved that contract. It's now ongoing. But the past administration stopped that project. Best known to them. But the governor has graciously revisited that Ibore, Ubaro to Atwabu. He has extended it from Atwabu again to Ekilo. Another project again that is going, he has graciously to award a contract for the connection to national grid from Idumota to Okekeke. Our government, the most distinguished senator, Monday Okwewo, is out to make sure that every Edo state is not individual, is not subcharged. That every house, every household, every business area have their own meter, so that you pay for what you consume. The era of estimation bill is out, is ended.
Edo State Electrification Agency is committed to deliver innovative energy solutions that will expand access, drive economic development, and improve the lives of Edo State residents. Welumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
Moving on, the Edo State Assembly has strongly condemned the recent gruesome killings in Ovia Southwest, Esako East, and Owan East local government areas, as well as other parts of Edo State. BeeTv News Osarogi Agobo reports that the lawmakers called on the security agencies in the state to rise up to its responsibility and put an end to the menace. The report.
So our appeal to the security body to please get it.
At Wednesday plenary, the lawmakers condemned the incessant killing of Edo citizens, particularly the recent gruesome killings in Esako East, Owan West, and Ovia Southwest local government areas of the state. On a side note, the member representing Esako East constituency, Kingsley Ugabi, brought to the House attention of the devastating news of 2 farmers brutally murdered in Okpekpe community by Fulani Esme.
Mr. Speaker, just 2 days ago, there was a gruesome murder in my constituency where Fulani Esme murdered 2 gentlemen, Mr. Christopher in their farmland in Norway. And after killing the men, they asked one of the sons to go home and tell the people what has happened. The 10 years old boy, he stayed and watched his father killed in his presence. Mr. Speaker, I agree that people should live in the distance. People went down there from the distance. But I also feel that those people should live with us in our community. I don't think there are no people who live in Kano. There are no people who live in Sokoto. There are no people who live in Lagos. But they live inside the car, they don't live in the bushes. I think the security operatives should take this as a challenge and bring everyone to live in the bush, to live inside the car because so that we know them when they wake up, we see them when they wake up, we know where they're going out and we know where they're coming.
In the same vein, the majority leader and member representing Ovia Northeast Constituency 1, Charity Agwabaregian, draw attention to the tragic events that occurred over the weekend where the head of a security outfit in Owan East local government area was brutally murdered and a gruesome killings of residents in Okumu Forest in Ovia Southwest local government area perpetrated by groups claiming to be freedom fighters.
Mr. Speaker, I personally believed because in fact, in the upper east local government, where my wife is the head of the security outfit there, who happens to be the Uwa of the presence to the weekend food and investment, was for an affair over the weekend. The news got to me that yesterday at night. He said he killed the yesterday. So painfully, and it's coinciding with the gruesome murder that took place in October. That was reported in the forest by some people who declared themselves as freedom fighters of the forest. I don't know how to fighting for freedom, beginning innocent people. Cowards they ask, and cowards we must declare them. Because if you are not a coward, you are fighting for freedom. You should fight a label that are oppressing you, not innocent families. People have evacuated people students are being evaluated in the Southwest.
On his part, the Speaker of the House blessing Agbebako urged security agencies to rise to their responsibility and take immediate action to put an end to the menace of insecurity.
I want to again cry out this morning to talk to the security body. The tail does not want dog. It is the dog that wants the tail. So let all the security body rise up to this challenge. I'm appealing to them. In the community, 12 people gone, 12 confirmed dead, 10 nobody found. This is not acceptable at all. The states like I know. So I'm appealing to the security body to please get it.
Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
At the prestigious Nigerian International Energy Summit held at Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, the member representing Esan Northeast and Esan Southeast Federal Constituency, Honorable Prince Odi Okoje, reaffirmed his commitment to driving meaningful change in the nation's energy sector. As chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Resources Midstream, his presence at the summit was not just symbolic, but a testament to his proactive approach to governance and leadership. In an era where public service is often measured in rhetoric rather than action, Prince Odi Okoje is defying the norm with an unwavering commitment to duty, an unmatched work ethic, and results-driven approach to governance. His participation in the Energy Summit alongside key stakeholders from the Senate and the private sector underscores his determination to secure policies that will drive national growth and create opportunities for his constituents. With Nigeria's energy sector facing crucial challenges, Okoje's involvement ensures that voices from his region are part of the decision-making process that will shape the industry's future. As chairman of a critical committee overseeing the petroleum resources sector, his influence extends beyond the hallowed chambers of the legislature. From infrastructural development to economic empowerment, his tenure at the National Assembly has been marked by initiatives that uplift communities, create jobs, and stimulate local economies. In continuation of their philanthropic gesture and giving back to the society, the Neo Black Movement of Africa Ungbeni chapter has extended donation of school chairs with desks, white marker boards, mops, brooms, sparkers, waste baskets, and writing materials to pupils of Enya and Akengbuda primary schools in Benin City. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe has more.
The Enya Primary School along the Benin-Auchi Road, as this was the first place visited in the continuation of the New Black Movement, Ongbeni chapter, donation of educational materials such as school chairs and desks, writing materials and other items to the pupils to support their educational pursuit. The school authorities made an appeal for doors in the school, saying that the items donated to the school may be stolen due to absence of doors in some of the classes.
Like all these ones, now, we don't have doors. You know, because we have doors, you have to organize this stuff. So I will ask you to so let's see how let's God bless you.
In an interview with BeeTv News, the students and a teacher from Enya Primary School showered praises on the MBM of Africa Ongbeni chapter for the kind gesture. They said the materials donated to the school will go a long way in meeting the needs of the pupils and also the school generally.
I want to say thank you to MBM of Africa for donating chairs, books, and cleaning materials for Enya Primary pupils. I say may the good Lord bless them in Jesus' name.
We appreciate you for what you have done for us. We thank you for everything you have done for us in this school. Thank you for the academic you have done yesterday. Thank you.
MBF of Africa, we are proud to be in this, and we are grateful for the gift. God bless you. MBF of Africa, thank you for giving us what you have given us. God bless you. We are here to say thank you.
The NBM members, on their part, said the gesture is to assist the government in their own little way as a non-governmental and a Pan-Africanist organization. They, however, promised that in due time they will provide those for the school.
The continuation of the school program. Today, we talking about the elementary school, where we supposed to give out chairs, table, as well as notebooks. You know, I met with the headmaster, and the headmaster said we should help with the provision of the doors. That most of the classes do not have doors. If you give them these things, they end up vandalizing them. So we promise them that within a few days, we'll come back to give them 4 doors.
NBM as an organization, we are into charitable functions. We make sure we meet the needs of our very close environments and make sure people around us, our society, they'll feel our impact as an organization. And I think this is one of the opportunities we've had to really reach out to our society where we live at, you know. We are Pan-Africanists, and the first people we should affect their lives should be Africans. And as you see here, we have put smile on the face of our young ones, you know. We want to make sure, because they say train up a child, you build a nation.
Elsewhere at Akimbuda Primary School, another donation of white marker boards, brooms, packers, waste baskets, toilet papers and writing materials were handed to the school to encourage the pupils and teachers. The teachers and the students thanked the movement for the items and prayed they get bigger in their daily pursuit so that they can do more for the society.
We are saying thank you so much. We so much appreciate this. We appreciate this. The children will be so happy for this. And we are saying thank you. God bless you all for this initiative you have given to us. It's sure the children, they are lucky. With this, I think they are happy.
Thank you for coming to
In an interview with BeeTv News, the NBM representative said they will continue to do more, especially giving back to communities they came from.
It's a great thing that we hear again. It's always a routine thing that we do like once or twice in a year to come back to our community, to give back to our community. Like this one is very unique to me, the person, because this was the community I grew up in. So I've lived here all my life, so I took it personal with my association to come this way, to just come back to the community where I grew up, to give back. So I'm very glad, and you can see just from your previous interview, the students, they were happy and they appreciated all.
The Neo-Black Movement's Ungbeni chapter had earlier donated similar educational materials to Uwe, Erosonye, Iguomo and Amufi primary schools respectively. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Senate has commenced a probe of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's conduct during plenary last Thursday and referred the issue to its Committee on Ethics and Privileges and Committee on Code of Conduct and Public Petition. BeeTv News Esoe Osemige has the details.
The issue began when Senator Yemi Adara-Modi, chairman of the Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, raised a point of order. He expressed concern about misleading media reports regarding the events that unfolded in the Senate last week. He emphasized the need to protect the integrity and future of the Senate.
A section of the public, and I'm narrowing it to Mr. Senate President versus a senator, which is not so, because our guiding rules, which is our testament and our catechism, our own Bible and our own Quran, which we all subscribe to religiously, embodies and epitomizes the whole Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Any action against it is an action against the Senate. It's not an action against the Senate President. Mr. President, sir, we were told when we were growing up as toddlers that where there is no law, there is no sin. But we have laws. Then it means that any contravention of that law is a sin. And where there is sin, there must be penalty.
The Senate leader, Okpeyemi Bamidele, Minority Leader, Abba Mur, and Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, among others, lamented over the conduct displayed by Akpoti Udwanga on the fateful day and recommended that the matter be referred to its appropriate organ for further investigation.
I'm at the back seat, but I can lend my voice. In fact, Mr. Senate President, the former Senate President, very distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawal, is at the very back seat after my own. Look at my own seat. Look at his own seat. And he's not complaining. He will raise up his hand with respect here, and will still go there to bow for his respect because he's a man of integrity. So what can somebody say? Can anybody be at the back seat more than him here? I am not against Natasha. I'm not for anybody. I'm just saying that the Senate is an institution, and that institution needs to have at its dashboard integrity as number one.
Simi Ulabalu about one of our colleagues, Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan, being asked to move to another seat. It's nothing that has to do with gender. It's nothing that has to do with hatred. It's nothing that has to do with any form of malice. For the record, let me say again, distinguished Senator Adamu Alero, who had been governor for 8 years, who had been honorable minister, and who is one of the most ranking senators in this Senate today, was asked to move his seat. And he didn't make any issue out of it. We had a reason to change the seat of His Excellency distinguished Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwa. He didn't make any issue out of it. And the part of the reason that necessitated our recent decision to change seat was because at least 3 people, 3 distinguished colleagues, had moved from the minority aisle to the majority aisle. First was distinguished Senator Ifeanyi Uba of blessed memory. And then Senator Ezenwa Francis Oyewuchi moved. And then lately, distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko moved. All of this necessitated a change in our sitting arrangement because we needed to readjust. And it is important that rather than all sitting here to debate this issue, that we just allow this matter, most respectfully, to be referred to our committee on ethics, privileges, and public protection.
We see you as first one among equals, but the presiding officer of this Senate, and therefore the father of this Senate. In spite of some provocations, in spite of some offenses, Mr. President, we ask you to tolerate some of our actions that are not in tandem with democratic and parliamentary practices. These things once in a while will occur, but please, we want to ask that while we are referring this matter to our relevant committee, let us ponder on the drama that unfolded on that day and see how we can mitigate against the possible consequences on the integrity and the image of this institution so that we can move forward in the interest of this country.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, reminded lawmakers of the importance of adhering to Senate rules, citing Order 66, Subsection 2 and Section 55 of Senate Rules. He underscored that all senators must conduct themselves with decorum, including prohibitions on chewing gums, drinking water, or being disruptive during sittings.
The issue came up here. Our distinguished sister was not even speaking from her seat. And that was when we tried to call her to order. I think part of the problem is when people come from court declared senators, they miss the orientation. The management of the National Assembly is hereby ordered to organize periodic orientation, particularly for senators who are midstreamers, who came midstream and did not start when their colleagues started. Because I remember that this particular senator, on the day she was sworn in, raised her hand to speak. I was scared, but I had to recognize her because I was saying, you just gave her the rule book. Part of what we give to you when you are sworn in is a standing order of the Senate. So I said, has she even opened the rule book to know what she's going to say? But she made a contribution on that day. I think 2 days later, she brought a motion. There's nothing wrong in being vibrant, but there's a lot wrong when you don't know anything about the procedure. You can't be a reverend father and go and start the church service with communion. You must lay foundation.
Senators voted to approve that the issue be referred to the Ethics Committee for investigation and to report back to the Senate in 2 weeks' time.
By consensus, the Senate leader has moved a motion and has been seconded. Those in support that the disorderly conduct of our colleague, distinguished Senator Natasha Odwagan, we referred to the Senate Committee on Ethics and Privileges for necessary further action. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So the matter is hereby referred to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges and Committee on Conduct, Code of Conduct, Ethics and of course, and Public Petitions. Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, headed by distinguished Senator Neda Imaspen, to look into it and advise the Senate revert to us within 2 weeks.
Esohe Osemege reporting for BeeTv News.
Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has filed a lawsuit against President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, for alleged defamation. Akpoti-Uduaghan raised concerns after her Senate seat was reassigned following a reshuffle triggered by opposition members switching to the majority wing. She resisted the relocation, leading to a confrontation between her and the Senate President. However, in a suit filed before the Federal Capital Territory High Court on 25 February 2025, the President of the Senate, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the senior legislative aide to the Senate President, Mfor Patrick, were listed as the second and third defendants. In the suit, marked CV 73725, Akpoti-Uduaghan, through our lawyer Victor Giwa, alleged that defamatory statements were made by the Senate President and published by his aide on Facebook. No. The Executive Chairman, Edo State Sports Commission, Honorable Hamadin Desmond Inabulele, has urged the federal government and all sports stakeholders to show more commitment in harnessing the power of sports for national unity and build a future filled with opportunities for the youth. He stated this in Benin while declaring open the South-South Zonal elimination for ball games ahead of the National Sports Festival tagged Ogun 2025. BeeTv News Best Storyteller has the report.
The Executive Chairman, Edo State Sports Commission, Honorable Desmond Amadi Nabulele, noted that sports have always been a powerful tool for unity, discipline, and youth empowerment. He described the zonal elimination games as a crucial stage on the journey to the National Sports Festival. Honorable Inabulele said the country must continue to harness the power of sports to unite the youth and build a future filled with opportunities for them. He urged the athletes from Edo, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Delta states to compete with passion, determination, and sportsmanship.
Great pleasure that I welcome you all to Edo State for the South-South Zonal elimination for ball games, a crucial stage in the journey to the National Sports Festival, Ogun 2025. Edo State is honored to host this prestigious event even with the short notice of less than 4 weeks, and I assure you that we are fully prepared to deliver a well-organized and successful competition. I would like to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to our visionary leader, the Governor of Edo State, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Monday Ukwebolo, and his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, for his relentless commitment to sport development, along with his administration's support, has provided us with the enabling environment to host these prestigious events. His leadership continues to create the foundation for the growth of sports in our destinies, and for that, we are truly appreciative.
Addressing officials and referees of the competition, the Edo Sports Commission boss emphasized the importance of fair play and impartiality in officiating. He said the credibility of the tournament depends on their integrity and should be devoid of any bias and unprofessional judgment to ensure that the best teams emerge victorious.
Sports have always been a powerful tool for the unity, discipline, and youth empowerment. As we gather here today, let us remember that beyond competition, this event is an opportunity to foster friendship, teamwork, and mutual respect among our young athletes. We must continue to harness the power of sport to unite our youth and build a future filled with opportunities for them. To our athletes from Edo, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Delta States, I urge you with passion, determination, and sportsmanship. You are not just representing your state, but also showcasing the strength and talent of the South-South region. Give it your best and let your performance speak for itself. To our officials, I emphasize the importance of fair play and impartiality in officiating.
In his remarks, the zonal coordinator of the National Sports Commission, Mr. Peter Unjoku, revealed that a total of 688, that is 310 males and 378 female athletes are competing in the 8-team event. Unjoku expressed the confidence that athletes from the South-South will emerge winners at the National Sports Festival proper.
We hope to round up this event as quickly as we can so that the state can go back and continue the preparation. South-South, we all know, is the home of sports in Nigeria, and I want to assure us that the state festival will be won by a state from the South-South.
Athletes from the 6 states of the South-South zone, namely Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Cross Rivers, are currently busy at various centers participating in the elimination. In football, Team Edo is currently ahead with 2 victories after recording 3-0 and 3-1 results against Bayelsa and Delta States respectively at the Crescent Club Field. In the female category of the football team, Edo Girls pipped Delta State 1-0. In handball May, Edo defeated Akwa Ibom 28-21. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Gift Uwagboy. Have a good night.